Well, for anybody out there on the stream, we are still getting people connected here. That's it. Guys, is it one of those Thursdays where you just rushed around all week and all of a sudden you're like, shit, it's Thursday?
What about the potty?
About the potty. What?
I thought you said something about going to the restroom.
Oh, no. Get the potty started? No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was saying, is does it seem like it's been one of those Thursdays where you just, you're rushing through the day and all of a sudden you say, oh shit, it's Thursday. And you got to put the game together.
Nope, not for me.
Genthro can't seem to get connected. Hey, yo, ball friend. The wise bearded one showed up, ball friend, in the chat. There we go. Somebody's connected now. Everything went white. Vino, did you get that? That work for you?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who's got Copper Stormforge? That'd be Genthro. He's not on the table yet. All right, so let me do this the right way, and I'll take Glom in the NPC sheet. What kind of weapons has she got? Let me compare this here.
I think I got her a short sword, which you added to, short sword, which you added to the character, or the NPC in the combat tracker. I also gave her Bunny's old leather armor because she took the hide that was in the party sheet.
Right, so she's got an armor class of now 13. There's no studded leather, just leather, huh?
Right. Yeah, because I think Little Fang took the studded leather or whatever it was from the party sheet. And this is her leftover.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove her from the party sheet. Add her back in there.
You might want to relook at the info under the short sword. I think you pasted the wrong thing.
What the? Man, I copied it right from the other stat block. Alright, fuck it, I'll just type shit out.
Yeah, the copy is very funny on those lines that you can double click on for the rolling.
Yeah. Let's see, what is she? Finesse with a short sword, +2 to hit.
I guess she's not proficient.
Oh, Microsoft Sally, I love you. That,
I love me too.
love me too. You know that you do.
Whoa, Drake.
Drake! Oh, there, yep. Drake's cheering. People are subscribing. It's going to be a crazy night like that already. Cataracts. It might be Cataracts buffering. Hell, I don't know. We're still trying to get Genthro connected. He's like connecting and then off and connecting and off again. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, I'm gonna put away this ice cream. My stomach's already hurting.
It looks like I'm now connected, but the map is just a gray map for me.
I'd say you're still loading. You got a connection issue tonight? Thanks.
Haven't had a connection issue with anything.
Huh.
That's...
Push this big ass fucking map out again.
I'd say it's all gray for me too.
That showed up from. I just reshared it with everybody.
Well, I mean, I have the characters and I have the green circles, but there's no, like, it's all still clouded or whatever.
I hate it when this shit happens.
Yeah, no shit. I don't seem to be having any connection issues. Let me check some. Drake would choose ice cream to kill himself with.
Apparently, Bunny feels the same way.
Alright. Yeah, 360 megs a second down and 20 megs a second up. So my connection's pretty good. Ping time of 4.
Damn. That's low as hell.
Yeah, that's just pinging my local ISP though. I can boost that volume, Drake. Alright. Genthro, are you on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Staying connected.
Yep.
Alright, let's see. Krog. Let me share this with you now. There's Glom, and Genthro has Storm Copperforge.
Wicked would have had him.
Wicked has him. Go ahead and close that then. I'll pass it to Darren. Or Copper Stormforge, hell I can. It's my dyslexia kicking in. Cool. Alright, so last week, you guys, does anybody want to do a recap for inspiration?
Sure. So we made our way down into the second level after defeating the Ettins real quick. We took a long rest so that Krog could get over his mental issues. After
Slobbering
that,
crop.
immediately upon coming down the stairs, we heard a lot of noise. And when we went to check it out, we figured out it was a large market being set up here. They seem to be setting up a stage to include the sale of slaves. One of the brothers, like I think Krog, found a small goblin lady and wanted her freed.
She was wrongly imprisoned.
Yeah. Entirely sure about that, but being the diplomat I
Krog,
am,
do you actually know what wrongly imprisoned means?
Yeah,
I
mean you
still-
didn't do it.
And you
I
really
don't
think she didn't?
Hashtag sex slave.
So I met with the leader and purchased her freedom. While I was there, there was a dwarf bound in the corner, so I threw him into the deal as well. And then, as we learned right before we finished, the dwarf was part of the party who betrayed the guy that was slowly beaten to death at the bottom of the well.
Oh, the fine fellows at Daggerford. And what fine fellows they are.
And he picked the right person to tell that to in Gazik. Sure. And then we had left the market and we're kind of getting caught up on everything.
Krog finally got the cursed sword removed.
Yep, Gazik removed the cursed sword and we purchased equipment for our two new friends here.
What'd you do with the cursed sword?
I think Jinthro outlined it in chalk and wrote "cursed weapon, don't touch," and then Tark went in and erased the wording and says "free weapon, take," or something like that, or
Something
not
like
cursed.
Free weapon. F-R-E-E-E-E
No,
W-E-P-P
F-R-E-I.
F-R-E-I-W-E-P-P-A-N.
Exactly.
The Wizard Krog. Boffrin says, damn it, he came here for the lulz. Alright, so, yeah, that's basically about what happened. You also equipped, your newfound friends, the,
Yeah, so we bought him equipment. Gazik went kind of crazy, got him all suited up in full plate armor.
full plate armor, gave him a weapon. Then he introduced himself as Copper Stormforge, formerly of the fine fellows of Daggerford.
Last fine fellow of Daggerford.
Well, he might be. So anyway, you guys are standing outside the Goblin Bazaar down here, and Drake's giving you some spelling lessons over here, Krog. And you guys all need to roll me a perception check.
I'm guessing Krog rolled a 1.
No, not quite. All right, so you guys begin to hear, it's more like a feeling, a very low, a low tone, a hum, and the hair on your arms, Tart, starts to stand up. And a split second later, if I can find, how come I can't ever find what I need to find, what I need to find?
Because that's life.
You see at the far south end of this hall a rift open in the air, and it parts, and you see a black hole through the other, looking through it, and you see a couple of drow pop through, stand to either side of it, and then you hear a voice, "Make way, stand aside!" And you see marching out of this hole in the air, this rift, it looks like a whole platoon of heavily armed, very large humanoids. and they're marching in formation. And they start marching towards you, this direction, but then they all turn and head into the bazaar. The drow just kind of look at you, and as soon as the last of them marches out, there's about 40 of these guys, heavily armored. As soon as the last of them marches out, you see one of the drow pops back through the hole closes, and the other drow follows them into the bazaar.
Krog not sure what he just see.
I'm guessing they're backed by somebody a little more prevalent down below us. We might be better taking our leave for now.
This place is not for us.
I'm more worried that our old friend there might know more of these people than would be helpful to us. Jarlaxle is running what's going on here. He may be looking for a little revenge.
Well, you hear the din, the mumble, the constant hum that seems to be coming out of the bazaar, and then you hear one loud voice over it. You can't understand what they're saying from here, but then that hum of the crowd in there kind of dies down, and then you can hear this droning voice like somebody's making an announcement or something.
Krog's gonna get a little bit closer, see if he can't hear exactly what this announcement is.
All right, so you move forward as this drow tails the whole procession, and they disappear around the corner. And as you step up, you hear it sounds like thunder, like lightning just struck someplace close, and then dead silence. And then you hear this voice, and where the hell's it at? Basically, he tells you, or he tells the crowd, all listen to these words. Azok the Hobgoblin, warlord that he is, has sent us, his envoy, to rally new soldiers for his war against the drow of House Alvrindar.
Not concerned, Krog.
And then he begins the same speech again, and sounds probably like the goblin tongue, Krog.
Krog probably wouldn't know.
You've heard enough goblins talk.
Fair enough.
And then he begins a speech again in another language. This one you do understand. Dwarven. For the few dwarves that were in there. And then, after about 2 minutes of making this announcement that they're seeking, people to fill their ranks, this guy shouting ceases, and then you hear the low din begin to grow again, like business as usual.
Krog will walk back to the party and say, "They just recruiting soldiers for war."
Tark no care. Not our business.
Krog
Who
agreed.
fights wars down here?
Something about fighting drow. Krog not know. Some drow from House
Avrindar.
Krog can't pronounce it.
Probably not.
Some fancy sounding house. We've in
Yeah.
there.
I think we've had enough of drow politics for a little while.
I'm a little surprised Bunny just didn't immediately open fire when they were drow.
Because she has self-control. She's not 12.
Oh, now the murder hobos claim self-control.
When has Littlething ever murdered hoboed? Ever? When other people weren't in perceived danger first. She doesn't just attack people just because she doesn't like looking at them.
And you notice that Copper Stormforge, I mean, he is just constantly eyeing this goblin. Where is that goblin? Here she is.
That's a good question. Oh, there she is. Oh, that's right, because you removed her from the... Krog, protect you, little friend.
Yeah. Krog's dirty old man. Be careful, Glom.
Krog
Glom
is
would
pure, damn it.
technically be behind us at this point because Tark made it a point to move up toward the front of everybody, just in case the drow did something. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
That's all. Just
Okay.
just a narrative thing. That's all.
Okay, so she's right next to Copper Stormforge. Goblin shaved his beard. He doesn't like goblins. All right, gang.
I know a wizard that has a tonic for that.
Oh, Brad. Blame Brad. All right, I gotta cut some of this fucking dungeon music down.
Guess we move along.
You moving south?
Yeah, that... I mean, unless we're going back into the Bazaar to free them.
You peek around the corner and most of this area is pretty well lit.
Look safe. I'll holler down the hallway. Whether or not y'all want to believe that is up to y'all. Yeah, I would imagine Glom's probably sticking close.
Keep your winch with you.
For the record, Krog has no intentions of perversion with this goblin. Too small for him.
Pervert.
Thou protest too much, pervert goblin fucker.
Takes one to know one, Bunny.
I mean, at least in the right size. Like, damn. Why did the map glitch?
Did the map glitch for you?
Yeah.
Can you guys all see it now? Yay? Nay?
No, it's still
Nope.
great for me. I was trying to.
Like, the characters aren't
Said
even
it might be something to do with the cache.
showing on it anymore for me.
What in the
Wow.
hell is going on? Discord's janky. Everything's janky. Okay. So this is what I will do.
Yeah, everything disappeared now.
Nice work. I can see my token now. Oh wait, no, it broke again.
What in
All I
the...
got is gray.
Yeah, it showed for a split second, then it disappeared. Now it's back to what I posted a screenshot of in chat.
Sounds like some folks need to nuke their cache.
Yep.
I'm gonna
I would
nuke you.
say-
Sorry.
I would say that'll be the only thing to clear this issue up. I unshared a lot of images to try to make things easier on the table, and it seems like it's screwed more up than anything. How very weird. Might be me, I might be jinxed, Drake. Darren lost connection.
I said to close it, it just wasn't coming back or something.
When I grow up, I'm gonna kidnap Darren. Excuse me.
What?
You heard me.
I thought Little Fang was already grown up.
I said when I grow up, not when Little Fang grows up.
I've
I
seen
thought
her.
you were grown up.
I've seen her grapple some big shit.
Yeah, Little Fang's pretty much grown. She's gonna grow taller, that's for sure.
What tip of the
Oh.
day, Drake? Have I forgotten something? It's been a week, you know. I slept a couple of them days, I think. Still nothing on the map, people?
Nope.
Alright. So,
It's cool to just nuke the whole cache then.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to like lose my character or anything.
No, you won't lose your character. Yeah, basically what it does, it deletes all the stuff that you've previously downloaded by joining the table.
I assumed, but felt safer to double check.
gotta ask first, yeah.
Hey, I don't blame them. It never hurts to get safe.
Yeah, Berserk says it looks good on stream, but
Yeah, I'm not having any issues either.
yeah, it does. It will remove the stuff off your hotbar. You'll have to
Yeah,
put things
You'll
in
have
your
to
hotbar.
change. You'll have to set your dice color as well.
Man.
You know, before we go to all that, maybe I should try to like reset my network or something. Except my connection was strong. Let me do a persistent.
Yeah, I don't think it's the connection.
It's
It's
back
something-
now that I nuked the cache.
It's back.
Yeah, they're just probably gonna do the same. It's probably something to do with the update.
Do what?
It says probably just because of the update or whatnot that we're all.
Maybe.
But yeah, as soon as I nuke the cache, it's working.
Oh, there was a Dungeon of the Mad Mage update, wasn't there?
Yep.
Yes. You know, I don't know that I got a Dungeon of the Mad Mage update.
Yeah, I think Dottom updated as well as Skag.
Skag. Bunch of skags.
What'd you call me?
That's a pretty common family name around here, Skags. There's lots of Skags that live around here.
Really?
Yep. You act like I called you a skank or something.
Well, in some sci-fi
Dirt leg.
world, Skag is considered an insult.
Mm. I also had a good friend growing up named Rob Dingus.
I think I've heard this story.
Let's see, we're still missing the Fang.
Sorry, I was just deleting the thingy real quick.
Deleting the thingy.
Yeah.
Well, while you guys are doing that,
Oh, well, it doesn't want to let me, so I can't. I'm lucky.
doesn't want to let you.
Yeah, one sec.
Hey, give me a minute, guys. I'm AFK.
Miss you really. I was thinking something deep, and I remember. Story of my life.
The Mariana Trench.
What about it?
Full of plastic and litter and trash.
Bounty said
Full
she's
of
thinking of
garbage. Just
something deep.
garbage. Oh, yeah, that too.
One of the deepest trenches in the ocean, I do believe.
Yeah. I'm re-downloading all the files. Now I'm loading back in.
So what's been going on this week, guys? While we're waiting on the bunny to connect, to hop on the table. Ha ha.
Was that a rabbit joke?
That's a rabbit joke. Nothing? You guys have just been asleep all week?
Uninteresting. Y'all don't want to hear about it.
What's the, you said something about month-long event? What was going
Oh, just in a game that I play. It's
on?
every year they do a month-long event during October.
Oh, yeah, it's called Cocktober, right?
Nope.
Oh.
Evan Gate.
Hello, physics man.
Ahoy hoy.
Sorry about, yeah,
Okay, I can see it fine
not
now.
much excitement going on right now, buddy. We got, there was a update to Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and all the players are having to clear their cache.
The map
Re-download
that is.
everything.
I did move you down. You're not in the light, so to speak. So.
Oh, I was like, Gazik's, light color changed, but,
Yeah, it's because the dice
Yep.
color changed.
Yep. That's interesting, Drake.
That's good to know, really.
All right, how's the map look to everybody?
I'm good.
It looks good.
Yeah, I'm all set. now.
All right, Bunny.
What the gosh? Just kidding.
Scared the fuck out of me. Holy
Good.
shit.
I have to give you hard to work out.
All right, so what are you guys doing? You hear behind you shouted commands from that platoon of big fuckers that just came through here. Then you hear marching boots getting louder and louder, like they're coming back your direction again.
Krug's gonna run in here and hide behind the corner. He doesn't want to get recruited.
People's running out of the way. Copper Stormforge is back there. Tark's still back there. And Little Fang, right where you're standing, you guys
Is the
begin
door?
you begin to hear
Oh.
the low hum again, and then your hair stands up. Everybody this close to it, your hair kind of stands on end, and then you see this rift form right beside you. And through the rift, you see the faces of several dark elves. And then pretty soon, the platoon comes marching back, and you hear, "Stand aside!" And the ripe, pungent smell of the bodies of the fighters. You notice a lot of hair on their neck as they march past, and they all disappear back into this hole in the wall.
So Darren's gonna stay ducked out of the way and try to keep his face somewhat hidden.
You also would have noticed they had several goblins in tow, some of them squealing, kicking. But, these guys were all at least as big as Tark and Krog, some the size of Gazik. They just had these goblins picked up off the ground and carried them through the wall as they were screaming. Okay, gang.
Hey,
Hey,
Hi.
Darren, fix this. Gosh.
What over here?
the 2nd Hairy Neck Platoon of the 4th
like a door.
Brigade.
So I believe, didn't your little goblin friend say she could show us the way to the next level?
I think she did.
What other game would you be talking about, Physics? What game could that be? Yeah, you guys come to a door right here. It's just a door.
It's just a door.
I'm just a door. Just little old me.
Ah, what the hell. Krog will go up to it and open it.
Alright. You open it and you see a large room. Big room. Big room. Hang on a second. No, Storm Copperforge does not run over there. Actually, you have a hard time pushing the door open, Krog. I'm not going to make you roll for it with your strength, but you finally get the thing shoved open. There's a bunch of furniture piled up behind it. Looks almost like people had set up some crude barricades in here. There is a kind of a crude table set up in the middle of the room, running from north to south long ways. Looks like a bunch of, it looks like a chemistry lab or something. Erlenmeyer flasks everywhere.
Does it look like it's currently in use?
I can, Drake. I thought I had that. Sorry, I didn't have the map view open. Not really, but, well, I don't know. There's somebody's kind of bent over the table, kind of hunkered over, like you're facing their back, like they're bent over the table.
So we're seeing butt.
You're seeing a kind of a stooped old man or something bent over the table. They're just kind of sitting there.
So I'll walk up slowly. Does it look like he's been doing work near him, or?
Yeah, let me draw where this table is. So it's only 5 feet wide, but it's there in the middle of the room, and it runs. It's about 10 feet long, and it runs north to south. So as you walk up to him, Darren, with your passive perception, is he dead? You're not quite sure.
So I'm gonna proceed cautiously in case he tries to whirl and throw acid in my face or something.
Da, 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 da. This thing stands up and turns around, and it looks at you, and this funky music begins to play, and you hear it everywhere. And it turns and looks at you, and you can see it's like a life-size marionette of the same old man that you talked to in that kind of dimensional portal that you walked through with the mask on, where he told you he'd answer 3 questions. Looks like that guy, but obviously a puppet. And the music keeps on playing. Da 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 da. And he says,
I'm so glad you are enjoying my dungeon.
and then he tells you that it's time to play a little game.
Can we skip to end and just attack them?
And all of a sudden,
Last game worked.
You guys all find yourselves in this room, divided on both sides of this table. And the room no longer looks like a cluttered, ransacked pile of broken furniture and makeshift barricades, but it looks like a theater stage. There's curtains on the walls, and there's lights around, and this table is lit up, and there are 2 big red buttons in the middle of the table. And you hear Hallister's voice, and it says, we asked 100 adventurers, what do you dread most while spelunking in a dungeon? Name a response.
Mimic.
Gravity.
Mimic. Gravity. One team says mimic, one team says gravity. And the survey says gravity. Da! Mimics, the number 1 answer.
Though I know a particular monk that likes to really kick them.
And about that quick the puppet goes dead. The table returns to being a ramshackle table with some old crusty flasks on it, lab equipment, and you guys are now standing on opposite ends of the room going, what the fuck just happened?
Krog feel weird.
Beginning to not like this mage.
Okay, the Family Feud bit was different.
So I looked through the lab equipment. Anything particular value? Potions already like
Not
made alchemy.
really.
Things. I'll grab a few flasks and stoppers if they exist. Things I could make grenades with.
So what?
You start to
What kind of
step up to this table and look at these flasks, and the puppet kind of bobs and turns around and it looks at you.
Terrible, painful, magical death. Fireballs and lightning bolts. Begone!
And he shoos you away. He's shooing you away from him. And then he goes back to being just an inanimate object.
The table was saying this?
No, the puppet. There's a life-size, like, marionette. No strings attached. Shitty cheese. Tark is eating shitty cheese.
Yep, that's what you called it last week.
Is it?
Yep, that's what I got from the market.
Oh, right.
Alright, let me see if I can adjust some Sirenscape here. Just to the stream. There we go. Alright. Oh, nasty. Shitty cheese made from the finest goblin milk. Alright, the room is back to just, I mean, there's some glass flasks and stuff here, Darren, if you're interested in anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with the puppet enough to bother. We should just leave him.
So you're gonna leave the stuff on the table then? Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. You guys are gathering around this door. Again, there's old furniture and shit piled up against this side of it. You're gonna have to kind of kick it out of the way some to get the door to move.
Krog got it. Need a roll.
No. Door's actually gaped just a little bit. Drake says that was a goblin meth lab. A goblin meth lab. So you open the door or what?
Yep. More hallways.
More hallway. You guys get the kind of there's a smell in the air. Very enticing aroma. You can smell it just faintly, Krog, when you step through that door. It smells like baked bread. Freshly baked bread.
Smells like the tavern in the morning.
Yes, it does. Smells like Mrs. Peabody's been down there making breakfast.
Smell good, don't it, Gazik?
Krog, you get right there, you see an all too familiar symbol. Looks like the spoke of a wheel. There's a big scratch mark through it, like somebody's painted it on there and somebody else has taken a stone or something and tried to scratch an X across it.
Glom see this before.
Glom says, "Yeah, I've been here, but that room back there wasn't like that before."
Yes, very, very weird.
Yeah, it's very weird, isn't it?
You've been practicing that accent just for that NPC, haven't you?
No, I just pulled it out of my ass just a second ago. And after I said it, I'm like, Fran Drescher.
It kind of fit. As long as you can't replicate the laugh, I'm good. No, that's not anywhere close, thankfully.
I don't remember how she laughs. Anyway, so she says, "You gotta understand, this dungeon changes all the time."
That not fair.
Well, it seems to work.
Yeah, let's see if silly wizard thinks so after Krog smashes face in.
Mingled with the smell of the warm bread. I'm looking at something here. What in the fuck? What in the teetotal fuck? Actually, the smell of bread disappears as you left that room and you started into this hallway. And the closer you get to this door, the more rot and rotting meat smell that you smell.
Smell like decaying flesh.
You gonna open the door or just stand there?
Yeah, we'll open the door.
I don't think that's a mimic. You
Well, at
see,
least my face would have got stuck to it.
yeah, I had to peel your hair off. You walk in, Krog, to you this looks like an obvious base camp. There's bedrolls and shit thrown around. You can see makeshift fire that's been built in here. The smell of the smoke still clings to the stone in the wall. And you see 3 large corpses. And as you get closer, you can see that they're bugbears. And then you've seen one of these before laying here dead. Looks like a brain with feet.
I'll smash it.
And as you do, the stink just rolls out of it. And you see a couple of varmints come scurrying out, some rats squeaking off into the darkness.
Make sure thing dead. Stupid brain puppy.
You hear Copper Stormforge steps forward. And he tells you, he goes, yeah, I remember this room. So we were camped here for a few days when we had to retreat from further below.
These your friends?
No, these aren't my friends. This is what's left of the party that captured me. Or this is what they left behind. Says he looks like my people are gone, he tells you. He walks in and starts looking around.
Yeah, Krog's going to be looking for anything valuable as well.
And
everybody else has been so quiet tonight.
He starts digging through the pockets of these dead bugbears, digging through their gear and stuff. And he moves over to this one. He starts digging through the pockets on this one, digging through his bag and stuff. You guys both roll me a perception check. Krog, if you're looking just kind of sightseeing across the room, you're not really digging through things.
No, I'm just kind of
looking around.
Jumps out. Yeah, seeing anything jumping out at me.
All right, so Krog, you see Copper Stormforge. He's been digging through the belongings on these dead bugbears. Darren, as you step in the room, you see him pull what looks like a piece of paper out, and he looks at it, and then he shoves it down into his belt pouch real quick.
You said just Darren saw it?
Yep. Yeah, and he just barely saw. Matter of fact, he's not quite sure what he saw, but that's what it looked like. Yeah, maybe not enough to question him because he's not quite sure, but pretty sure.
Oh, I'm already suspicious and keeping an eye on him, so I'll figure out what it was. I'm just gonna lean against the wall and act like I didn't notice.
Okay.
Let me guess, there's another door down here, or up here.
You look off down the hall.
Oh, is this not another door?
Out of character. Lead on, fearless leader. Take your girlfriend up with you to the front line there.
All right, give me just a second here. All right. Put that right down there.
For fuck's sake!
For fuck's sake!
I'm really getting tired of this immature bullshit.
What? What's going on? You guys gonna make me sit you in the corner?
I'll be frank with you. I'm not doing it.
I didn't specify
But
who it was, but somebody was.
No, typically it's me, but oddly enough tonight I'm not. But you can, feel free to, say shit to me in PMs. Let's keep going with the game though. Come on.
I'm looking for a piece of information here, real quick. Where the fuck? Okay. Alright, so you guys get here. Krog, you pop around a corner. You can see to about here.
Anybody else feel like we're walking in circles?
You begin to sounds like a really strange musical instrument coming from the hall that turns to your left, turns back to the east.
I'm guessing it shoots off here to the east and goes down further. Just uncovering the map still.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to find some audio going, get some audio going there. You definitely hear the music coming out of this corridor to the east.
Hello? Somebody play pretty music?
And Tark, you can see a good 60 feet down this hall. It's coming from the south.
You said Tark, right?
Krog, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I said Tark and I meant Krog.
I think we all do that on occasion.
Well, I look at the tokens from because I got the map zone zoomed out so far. So yeah, from the south, that way.
Okay, I guess. Okay, that works.
Yes, yes. Like, let's move. Music gets louder. Yes.
As we're walking, Tark, he's trying to keep an eye on this dwarf. Would Tark notice anything funny this guy's doing at all at this point?
He just keeps looking at the goblin with murder in his eyes. Other than when he was back there in that room with the dead bugbears and he was rifling through everybody's shit, he told you that it was a camp where they had camped at before.
Okay. Thank you.
Gazik, the music obviously coming from the room ahead. And as you come around the corner, it seems like your light should be brighter than what it is. Everything just kind of gets dark and gloomy. It's unnatural.
I mean, even with dark vision, it's still dark.
Even with dark vision, just something's not right about it.
Krog will ease up into the room slowly.
You ease up into the room as that haunting harpsichord keeps on playing. And as you peek around the corner, it stops.
Kazik, Krog, think we have ghost here.
And sitting against the north wall, well, facing the north wall, is a harpsichord.
Ghost that plays music is no threat. We should leave it be.
But, so, in the middle of the room is a harpsichord made entirely of bones. Human, dwarf, ogre, halfling finger bones for keys. But it's not playing anymore. As soon as you walked in the room, it quit. Darren, you look at Krog, and you look at the wall behind him. And you see a single measure of musical notes carved into the wall. They're kind of faded, a little difficult to read. It's hard to read in here because it seems like the light just doesn't quite fill the room like it should.
Can I try playing them on the harpsichord? Or the harp?
You can.
I do have performance, and I'm a jack of all trades at this point.
Well, you do have you are a
Part
yeah,
bard.
but I mean
Yeah.
you're a part bard. Is that what he is? A part bard?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Darren has one level of bard.
Two now. Yeah.
So first of all, give me a performance check. Oh, you're not quite sure. Music notes are something new to you. You must play by ear most of the time. Maybe if you get some more light on the wall.
So I can use my gem of brightness. Turn it on. See if I can't see any better.
Krog will help hold it if it needs to.
Yeah, you think you might be able to play that. You think you might be able to play it. You'll have to go sit down and give me another performance check. Go sit down at this harpsichord. Oh. So you sit down at the harpsichord, and you, after looking and studying that measure of notes and going, I think I know this, and you sit down and you play it. And as you do, a small decorative skull above the keys falls away. And you see inside a like a compartment inside these bones.
I'll check it out with my light before I stick my finger and try to get whatever's in there out.
With your light.
Yeah, with his light stone.
Yeah, it looks like a tube.
I'll go ahead and retrieve it.
Looks like a rolled up piece of paper's got a ribbon tied around it.
Carry it over away from the harpsichord and then open it up and read it.
What'd you find, Darren?
Alright, I put it in the party sheet.
These appear to be a spell or something?
Looks like an expensive scroll of some kind. You're not quite sure what to make out of it. It's nothing you've seen before.
Guess I'll hold up and do my thing later.
Looks like it's more. I don't know. You know what? Give me. Here, I'm gonna roll it for you, so you don't know what you're rolling. Yeah. Yep. You look at it later.
That didn't sound good. Anybody else hear rattlesnakes?
Thought it was just a gas leak.
No, that would be you.
I knew that was coming.
My farts don't sound like a gas leak. They sound like claps of thunder and brimstone.
I don't want to know what the aftermath of your parts do.
Brother,
Bubbling chili on the stove.
brother, I think she outdid you on that. Just saying.
I'm not going to deny it. Nothing in this room but silly instruments.
Well, it's on the way back on it. Check over here on this odd dead end for any secret doors. Give it a look through.
You're looking there for secret doors?
Yeah, I think I check it out.
It looks like pretty solid stone to you.
What time of day was it, Joe? Like we took a long rest. Has it reached dawn yet?
I don't think you took a long rest. I mean, you just came down the stairs and went into the bazaar.
We had to take a long rest at the top of the stairs in order to get Krog back.
Right. So what time is it? Yeah, but I've already adjusted I adjusted the calendar for that last session. Let's see, 9 a.m. when you walked into the bazaar.
So yeah, we would have rested overnight. Right.
Yep, you walked in the bazaar at 9 a.m. and I'd say it's been a couple of hours.
I was more just wondering for charges for the wand. So I would have gotten back one charge.
Was it completely out of charges? Does it say anything about if you use the last charge, there's a chance it'll break?
Nope, that's just the
Okay.
fireball.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
So I'll roll through and kind of check in this hallway too.
Are you using the
Because
wand, or are you just using
No,
your
I'm
passive perception?
Yeah, I'm just using my passive perception. Because other than this, we're heading all the way back to the beginning.
Well, other people are going.
Well, that is weird.
What's that?
Not gonna tell you.
I thought you were meaning something Fantasy Grounds was doing something.
No, it's I was reading this. Yeah. Okay, So yeah, you make your way around, Darren, and something seems odd about this section of wall that you've walked around, but you're not certain. It just something's different about it. You noticed it when you were over here in this area. The dwarf probably would have noticed it too.
I'm guessing Krog wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, Darren, you might have even seen the dwarf tapping on the wall. Right about here.
See, I haven't been particularly watching him. So step up behind him. We find a passage.
There's something there, but I can't see it, he said.
Well here, why don't you give me a hand? I'll take a look around and have him aid me.
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely positive that this section of wall is not, there's a hollow sound that comes from behind it when the dwarf taps it with his whatever weapon he's carrying there.
Should have a war pick.
That is rather dwarven, isn't it?
So I'll get up my thieves tools and have a little thing. Let me try to find a way to click it open.
I'll save you guys some time. You can look and you can look and you can look and you just don't see any way to get this door open. Or this passage of wall to move, this section of wall to move out of the way.
How solid does it sound? A couple inches thick.
Krog is kind of pushing up against the stones, seeing if he can't find a loose one.
Nope. You guys can tap and push and tap all day long. It definitely sounds hollow back there. You can hear a very faint, almost an echo, when the dwarf whacks it with his pick.
Hey, Guam, know anything about this funny wall?
Copper says, "Don't trust a thing a goblin tells you." Glomp says, I know nothing about it. It's not my neck of the dungeon.
Think we could break our way through, maybe?
Sounds are cutting out. Berserk says sounds are cutting.
I blame Banana.
No, everything sounds good on this end. Let me, I don't even have the stream up over here other than inside OBS. Somebody check the stream, see if audio's cutting out. Go ahead, Darren.
See if we can start taking them. So I can break out the hammers and pittons, see if we can't start taking out this chunk of wall.
Break out the hammers and pittons and try as you might. It probably doesn't take you 30 seconds to realize you can't even chip the wall.
And I don't think any of us are magically inclined enough to figure that part out. To figure out that it's magic.
The dwarf would know. Simply because he knows stone cunning. He's gonna tell you it's bewitched.
Maybe Gazik can uncurse the wall. He is holy man after all.
Gazik is holy man?
Yes.
I'm checking the stream real quick, see what audio sounds.
Test.
I don't know, Berserk. Sounds good on this end.
By the way, Gazik is missing his token.
What?
I think his computer just went down.
Oh, is that what it is? But I don't think it's been there. I don't think the doing ham.
Gazik's token's right there.
No, on the stream. Where it shows who's lighting up to talk.
Yeah, and it's showing me talking for Krog, so Gazik's dropped connection. This might just be a bad night for streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, we've just had too many problems going on. I think something funky might be going on with some internet stuff. I wonder if there's some DDoS stuff going on.
I think there's always DOS stuff going on.
DOS attack somewhere. I had some problems earlier trying to get some files, which was kind of funny. Well, shit, man. What do you think, guys? You think we ought to try to keep doing this, or we spent more time fighting with technology tonight than we have gaming?
Let's punch each other, and whoever comes out on top gets to decide.
All right.
So Darren automatically loses.
Tark pulls out his battle axe and attacks the goblin.
Why, Tark? Why? Miss.
And misses.
Sneaky.
Second
quick.
attack. Misses again.
She's juking and jiving, man.
Can't touch this.
Do 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 do. Well, we'll give Gazik a minute. Let's take a 10-minute break. If he's not able to get back in, we'll probably just call an early session. I'll go through a bunch of stuff, make sure I don't have network issues going on my end. We'll resume next week, but maybe he'll get connected here again. So let's take a 10-minute break and try to figure it out. Where the hell is my snaz? There it is.
Your snaz.
Yep,
You have a snaz?
yep. Countdown timer. That's what does a countdown timer.
Oh, okay.
Puts it out to a text file. Snaz. Old snaz. Hey, we'll be right back.